Journey exploring one of Vietnam's most distinctive and charming cultural features, its coffee culture. From the bustling streets of Saigon to the quiet alleys of Hanoi, coffee is not just a beverage. It's an indispensable part of life's rhythm, a connector of souls, and a proud heritage. Discover the brewing methods that have defined the Vietnamese coffee brand. Listen to the everyday stories told over a cup of coffee, and witness the powerful transformation of this culture in the modern era. Tumultuous history of the Vietnamese coffee bean, archival footage from the French colonial era, the first coffee plantations, maps of the main coffee-growing regions. The story of Vietnamese coffee begins in the mid-19th century, when the French brought the first Arabica coffee plants for trial cultivation in the northern provinces. However, it wasn't until the Robusta coffee plant was introduced to the Central Highlands that Vietnam's coffee industry truly found its gold mine. With its ideal soil and climate, the Central Highlands became the coffee capital, transforming Vietnam from an unknown country into the world's largest producer of Robusta and the second largest coffee exporter overall. The journey of Vietnamese coffee was not a smooth one. Through years of war and economic hardship, the coffee plant quietly clung to its roots and grew. The Deux Moi renovation policy in 1986 created a major push, turning the coffee industry into a key economic sector and helping to change the lives of millions of farmers. From an imported plant, coffee has become deeply intertwined with the land and people of Vietnam, writing a history full of ups and downs, yet incredibly brilliant. When coffee tells a story, close-ups of the phin brewing process, making egg coffee, visuals of enticing glasses of ice. What makes Vietnamese coffee so different and alluring is its unique art of brewing, especially with the small aluminum filter known as the phin. Phin coffee, the philosophy of waiting. The Vietnamese do not drink coffee in a hurry. They place the phin filter on a glass, add the coffee, pour in hot water, and patiently wait for each concentrated, essential drop to fall. This process is like a philosophy of living slowly, giving people time to reflect and converse. Phin coffee is often enjoyed as black iced coffee or iced milk coffee. Sa phi sua da, iced milk coffee, the national icon. This is the star of Vietnamese coffee culture. The strong, bitter taste of phin-brewed Robusta blends perfectly with the sweet creaminess of condensed milk, topped off with the coolness of ice. It all creates an addictive, refreshing drink that has conquered not only the Vietnamese, but also friends from all over the world. It's Sa phi trung, egg coffee, the famous specialty of Hanoi. When speaking of Hanoi, one cannot forget egg coffee. Born in the 1940s due to a scarcity of fresh milk, this unique coffee is a brilliant combination of egg yolk whipped into a smooth, airy cream and rich, dark coffee. The creamy taste of the egg and the bitterness of the coffee create an unforgettable flavor, like a sweet dessert. Furthermore, each region has its own creations, such as salt coffee in Hue, racket coffee in Saigon, or coconut coffee, further enriching the coffee map of Vietnam. A culture of connection, diverse visuals of different types of cafes, from sidewalk and garden cafes to modern, luxurious ones. Scenes of people chatting, working, and reading in cafes. In Vietnam, the phrase "đi sa phi" means much more than just to go for a coffee. It's an invitation for a gathering, a date, a business meeting, or simply a quiet moment for oneself. The coffee shop is the third place, after home and the workplace. This culture is clearly reflected in the variety of cafe types. Sidewalk cafes. Sa phi via hey, this is the most rustic and intimate setting, where people can sit on small plastic stools, watch the world go by, and chat animatedly. Garden cafe. Sa phi Sen Von with their green, tranquil spaces. These are ideal places to relax and escape the noise of the city. Book cafes, pet cafes, acoustic cafes. Themed cafes are increasingly popular, catering to the diverse needs and interests of the youth. Regardless of the setting, from humble to luxurious, the coffee shop is always a meeting point that connects people. People go to cafes to meet friends, discuss business, or simply to have a quiet space to work and be creative. This habit is deeply ingrained in the collective consciousness, becoming an inseparable part of daily life for the Vietnamese people. The transformation and future of Vietnamese coffee, visuals of high-quality coffee farms, modern roasteries, third-wave coffee shops with new brewing methods. Vietnamese coffee culture is not standing still. It is undergoing a powerful transformation. Besides maintaining its position as a Robusta powerhouse, Vietnam is increasingly focusing on improving the quality and value of its coffee beans. The farm-to-cup trend is growing, with many farmers and roasters focusing on producing high-quality specialty coffee. Arabica varieties are being planted more in regions with suitable climates. Alongside traditional cafes, the third wave of coffee has also arrived in Vietnam. Modern coffee shops featuring manual brewing methods like V60, Chemex, and AeroPress are appearing more frequently, offering consumers new and more refined experiences of the bean's original flavor. This intersection of tradition and modernity is creating an incredibly vibrant and diverse coffee culture, promising a bright future for the Vietnamese coffee industry on the world stage. From the coffee bean brought by the French, through the diligent hands of farmers and the endless creativity of brewers, coffee has become a part of the Vietnamese soul. It carries the bitterness of hard labor, the sweetness of human connection, and the richness of cultural depth. Next time you have the chance to sit by a dripping phin filter, take a moment to savor not just its taste, but also the fascinating cultural story it tells. Thank you for your attention.